Hello everyone, welcome to the Wednesday webinars of Powermine Evolution. So welcome to all of you. We have South Africa, we have USA, we have Uganda, we have Europe, so many countries. So welcome to all of you. This is the presentation, the official presentation and webinar from Powermine Evolution. For those who don't know, um, this is a product from a company, and I will let you know everything about it. So let's find out what is Powermine Evolution. So let's first introduce you to the crypto industry. The cryptocurrencies and tokens based on the blockchain technology lead what is being called as the fourth industrial revolution. The reality is that any sector can find advantages if it applies the blockchain properly, be in the banking, the insurance, the wealth, the transport and logistics, or any other. It can help them improve their businesses, processes, and also to discover and exploit new models. Yes, it is. So the crypto industry is here to stay with all the advantages. So which one are the applications of the blockchain technology? Thanks to its multitude of applications, it allows the industry in general to do a few things, like, for example, ensure the origin of products such as food, plantations, medicines, raw materials, minerals, jewelry, or any other valuables, etc. It also the tracking of their movements or transformations along the supply chain without anyone being able to manipulate record information. To this end, the blockchain retains a digital representation of the product that is linked to a non-corruptible record of all the operations that affect it. All right, let's talk about a little bit about the blockchain technology. Well, the blockchain technology was developed and placed in the internet freely, and the ones who discovered this, the first ones who have access to this technology, they got blown away with the advantages and with the geniality of this programming. In fact, the blockchain is here to change the world. So it was a gift to the world, and with this, somebody else a few times later, he grabbed on this, he gets this programming and did something very, very different. And with this, this person or number of or group of persons or institution or a company, we don't know what that is, but they call themselves as Satoshi Nakamoto. They use this technology to develop, to make a proposal and another gift to the world, that is the cryptocurrency. So the idea was to, based on this technology, create a cryptocurrency that it was not controlled by governments, that it was not controlled by a central government or a central institution. With this, the idea of Satoshi Nakamoto was to create a cryptocurrency that it was to be used by everybody, including average people. So this was not created just for the people with knowledge, the people with big money. It was created to the people. In fact, the blockchain technology is giving power to the people. That's the main advantages. And because this magnificent and genius programming, they make sure that everything that is being done and record in this technology, in this blockchain technology, it's absolutely immutable. So the information once inserted there, no matter what it is, it can't be changed. So with this, we have absolutely certainty that the information that is there, no one can go there and change. Another factor is that there is no control by a central institution. So how is managed this blockchain technology? There is a network that is all the persons or institution or companies that works on the blockchain technology. They are all connected, all right, by internet. And for example, for any operation that or any information to be inserted in the blockchain, there must be an approval from an aleatory consensus around the world. So from these thousands and thousands of computers connected between each other with this technology, a group of these computers are the ones who approve all the informations to be inserted inside the blockchain, including the transactions with the cryptocurrencies. They have to go through this process. So these persons who works on the blockchain technology with the cryptocurrencies, for example, are called as the miners. So the miners, the function of the miners is to pick up a transaction and check that same transaction. So that transaction must be valid and must be certified by a group of consensus, by a consensus of a group of other miners. And with this proof done, the information is inserted inside the blockchain. So why does this called blockchain? Because the information, we're talking about megabytes, right? We're talking about digital information inserted in this. So each block is a group, it's like a pack of a certain amount available of megabytes. And when people inserted information over there, this pack, it gets full, right? When it's full, the system automatically generates another block that is absolutely connected to the previous one. So it's a new block with 0 megabytes information already generated, and from there, everything starts new. So the information is always connected by blocks with a certain amount of information inserted on it. That's why we call it block in a chain, blockchain. All right, so this was just a brief. There was so much to tell about the blockchain technology, but this was just a brief explanation how it works. Let's move on. So now let's talk about a specific utility of the blockchain technology. There is the way for companies or projects to be financial through this model. So for that, it was created a mechanism by Satoshi Nakamoto that we call it as ICOs. So ICOs was the first option we have in the market, in the crypto market, for companies or institutions or even persons to finance an idea or a project, right? So with this, initially, the ICOs, that stands for Initial Coin Offering, arise a way to finance a blockchain project where the investor receives a number of cryptocurrencies in exchange for their investment. Okay, now let's understand this. So with this technology, it is possible for someone to create a coin. That coin represents something based on a document that calls the white paper. With this, the companies or persons who develop these projects, they do this document, this white paper that presents all the conditions for financing this project. And when people want to invest in this same project, based on the information people that is on the white paper, they can invest it. So they invested in this, and in return, they get cryptocurrencies, they get coins as a representation of their investment. All right. So for a few years, 10 years now, the ICOs has been working this way. What happened is that the market did accept very well this, the financial market. Why? Because there is absolutely none guarantees. Besides that, there's another factor that is very important for financial institutions, like, for example, regulation. All right, and the ICOs, the ICOs, they didn't have this. So all the coins existing right now in the market and listed in the exchanges, they are not based on this. So they just, the projects and these ICOs, these coins based on these ideas, this project or these companies, it's proof so far that 93% of them have failed. So among these 10 years past, a lot of billions, hundreds of billions were raised in cryptocurrencies and these projects with ICOs. And 93% of them have failed. So that means that many people around the world lost their money because they trust in a cryptocurrency based in a project. The fact is that a few years back, the developers and the enthusiasts and protectors of the blockchain technology and the cryptocurrencies, they said that, okay, this is not a good picture because people are using this technology that is great to do scams, many of them. All right, so we know what's going on in the cryptocurrencies. We know that there's a lot of companies out there, previously and now, presently, that they use the cryptocurrencies, but in fact, the time proves that those projects are in fact just to raise money for the owners, and nothing happens after that. So the investors, they lost a lot of money. We're talking about 93% of these investments were lost. For this, the developers, they start to think about the solution, because this way the cryptocurrencies won't go ahead, because everybody was already against. They start to believe, step by step, the world start to recognize and to adopt the cryptocurrencies, but then the system itself failed them. So there must be a solution for this. For this, the developers, they came up with another idea. That is a token that is completely different from this situation we had before. So the ICOs, they will keep going on because not all the cryptocurrencies will be subject to regulation. But now what's going on? Subsequently, the STOs, that stands for Security Token Offering, generates an environment of greater legal and financial confidence than the ICOs, because they are issued in a regulated environment and the tokens are backed by an asset. So this is the big difference. Now, when you heard the sigla STO, that means we are talking about a cryptocurrency, so it's a crypto coin, all right? Exactly created and generated exactly the same as the other ones before, but they are subject to legal and financial confidence because they are subject to regulation. More than that, besides the regulation, there is another factor affected to the STOs. There must be a back asset of the investment. So it means, like what I explained to you about the ICOs. The ICOs, they didn't have intrinsic value. They have nothing to support behind this. So a token, to be classified as security token, they must have this. They must have a back asset. So when you heard about the STO, you can be sure that this is a token that your investment is guaranteed, and also it's regulated by financial institutions, exactly the same ones that regulate the normal market with financial markets, all right? So we are not talking about something that it comes from outside. Now the cryptocurrencies with the STOs are going inside the financial environment and regulation environment, all right? So that's the big difference between the ICOs, the initial coin offering, and now this new era of tokens, the STOs, security tokens offerings. If you realize, everybody knows what is, for example, an IPO. So it's an offer from a company in a market, traditional market, to offer participation shares, right, as shareholders. So the initial coin offering, it is a financial operation not recognized and not controlled by financial regulators. But the security token offering, it's a financial operation regulated by institutions, by financial institutions. And what do I mean by financial institutions? The same ones in each country that regulates finances in that same country. For example, here in Portugal, it is the CMVM. In Switzerland, it's FINMA. And so in USA is Security Exchange Commission, the SEC. So these are the governmental institutions that regulates the financial products. So we can clearly say that when we're talking about the STOs, we are talking about a real control and regulated financial product. So this was the way it was geniusly created by the developers of the blockchain and protectors and enthusiasts of the blockchain to really fit in the cryptocurrencies into the general market. So now, if you're following the news, you can heard that big institutional money like JP Morgan, like so many other companies from the finances world, including from Wall Street companies, they are adopting now the cryptocurrencies, but in this directions. So they are really creating products based on this, but it must be regulated and it must be backed asset for a real recognized value from the institutions. All right, so that is the difference between the ICOs and the STOs. It was a brief one, but once again, but I hope that you have understand it. Now let's talk about the traditional market versus the crypto market, as I was talking before. So the traditional foreign exchanges market and financial in general is complex for most people. It is. For example, an average person who wants to buy, for example, shares of Coca-Cola, it's not that easy. First, you need a lot of money to buy shares of Coca-Cola or Microsoft or Apple or any other traditional market company, exchange company. But what happened is, for that, you must have a bank account. You must be a qualified investor to invest in these big companies. And so there's a lot of conditions. You should do QIC and pass through a complex process, involve lawyers sometimes. So it's not easy for average people to participate in a big company investment, right? So the traditional market, in fact, it's complicated, it's complex, and not suitable for everybody, right? So the cryptocurrencies, they came up with a solution, because working with crypto outside the traditional market, financial market and the exchange market and trading market, it's absolutely different. You don't have that much costs. It's much faster. So the money moves in a very fast way, and it costs you little pennies, just little cents, just to make a transfer of money, of crypto money. The same thing doesn't happen with the fiat money. If you want to send money for somebody, it will go to a central system, and it must be recognized and approved and checked and paid a lot of commissions. So in the crypto space, this doesn't appear. Besides that, another thing is that the ICOs and the STOs simplified the access to the crypto market, which is in the short existence has reached a capitalization of 151 billion euros. All right, so this is not something new. It's not going to start. It already started 10 years ago, and it really moves a lot of money daily. And who moves this money? Okay, big sharks, big players, but also average people. They invest in cryptocurrencies by the unit. So it's very suitable. It's very easy. You just go out there. There's a lot of platforms and exchange where you can buy cryptocurrency. So the access is very, very easy. All right. And the cryptocurrencies, they came to simplify this. Besides that, for you to understand, for example, if you want to invest in the traditional market, when a big company puts out shares to sell, the first thing they do is they go to the big trading companies, let's call it that way, to the big financial tradings, and what they do is first they give that offer of shares to the big sharks, to the big investors. So those are the ones first to go in, all right? And then when the company or the project is already developing and already giving profits, then the average people can have access to that. Okay, with the cryptocurrencies, we are talking about something absolutely different, all right? So first, for example, and you will know with our product, with Powermine, we are giving first, the first ones to get in are average people. And then we go after the big markets, all right? We go after the institutional money. But first, we go to people like you, people like me, all right? And so the cryptocurrencies is really a democratic system that really gives the opportunity to everyone, and it doesn't exclude anyone. All right, even if you don't have a bank account, you can participate in a big company project. All right, you can be an investor in a big project. All right, so more and more people and companies are interested in cryptocurrencies becoming a trend in the currency market. All right, so this is not new. It's really coming a big wave on the cryptocurrencies, but now we have an option to do it inside the crypto space, but with security, with regulation, and also with a back asset that supports our own investment. All right, so this is the difference between the traditional market and the crypto market. Now let's talk about the company I stand for. So the company that I'm going to introduce to you, it calls GWE, and that stands for Global World Exchanges, and that's the company I stand for and the company who presents this product to you. So GWE is a company that is legal registered in 2 countries, in Spain and also in Georgia. There is also an European country, and so we are a company that we are enthusiasts, and we protect and we work on the blockchain technology. All right, so GWE believes in the blockchain technology revolution, and therefore advises and participates in STOs and ICOs projects that adopt this technology. So what GWE does, we are boosting blockchain projects. We also designing blockchain projects, so we develop blockchain projects for other customers and other clients and other companies. We're forming in the blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. So ourselves, we have, as a company, we are constantly learning about this world, because there's always something new to learn about it. But also we give this knowledge back to our community. And this community that I'm talking about is Mice Network. In fact, GWE has a very large ecosystem that involves partnerships with big companies, that involves investment in other projects also. And from this ecosystem, every time GWE has a product or access to a partnership or to a product that might become a good project, a good product to present to our community, then we have a commercial side. And that commercial side, that arm from GWE that commercializes blockchain products, based blockchain products, is Mice Network. So Mice Network is not a company, it's a system inside a company to sell products. All right, so Mice commercializes products and services with blockchain technology, such as Powermine, that we are presenting to you today. So let's talk about now this product that I'm introducing to you that calls Powermine. So Powermine is a product designed by GWE and marketed by Mice, consisting on a BHF tokens packet, gateway to the Blue Hill mining project, an STO fully regulated in Switzerland, as a pre-STO financing strategy carried out by the Blue Hill Foundation. All right, So now let me explain to you this situation. So first, how this appear. Because GWE is an expert, an expert company in the blockchain technology, and because our staff, including one of the owners, is one of the most knowledgeable man in Europe about this space and about all of these projects. So there's always trading information. So this person, it calls Carlos Garrido, is always connected with big players in this market, and he knows a lot of people around the world that also works with this technology. By this, a few years back, they get to know a project that is Blue Hill Mining Project. So with this, they start to talk about it, they start to connect, they start to meet, and from all that knowledge from one side and from the other, they decide to do a partnership. So Blue Hill Mining Project, what is it? It's a huge project. It's a German-based company. So it was created in Germany 8 years ago. Then at this moment, they have another registration in Switzerland, and they have another registration in Liechtenstein, for example. And so this company, this German company, they start a project 8 years ago. And they decided, at some point, they decided to do it, to use this technology to base all the project. So we are talking about a raw materials mining company, and so they start to develop all the project based on the blockchain because of the advantages I explained to you before. So it's transparent, it's immutable, the record once inserted there, nobody can change, and so everybody can see what's going on with the information inserted on the blockchain. So based on this, they start to develop the project, and so, for example, the first thing they did, they thought about a platform, a trading platform for raw materials, because there's a problem in the world. A lot of companies, and I can give you some examples like BMW, the car company, or Samsung, or even Apple, they need raw materials to make batteries. And 2 years ago, for example, the media, somebody came up with this, that these big companies, they were buying raw materials to make their batteries from non-approved sources, let's call it that way. Because the biggest sorry, suppliers of these materials, sometimes and most of the times, they use slavery, including child labor. So based on this, it was these companies, they got confronted with this situation from the media, and the media exposed this to the public. So these companies, they start to say, all right, okay, so we didn't know where that came from. So these guys from Blue Hill Mining Project, they thought about this problem, and they said, okay, what about creating an alternative trading platform? Because the two biggest ones, just to give you an example, there are two big trading companies of raw materials in the world, and these two together, they move more than $500 billion per year. All right? So, but in fact, this platform, they don't show the origin of the materials, where they came from, how they were extracted, and etc. So these guys from Blue Hill Mining, they thought and say, okay, what about if the blockchain technology, it's immutable? If the blockchain technology is transparent, if the blockchain technology is something that anyone can see, why not creating a trading platform for raw materials based in this technology? And by the consultings that they have made in the market, these big companies, for example, they said it straight away, okay, if something like that came up, will use that platform instead of the normal ones. Because with this platform, it's possible for the buyer, for example, to check exactly, to check the miner, the seller of this raw materials, and also he can check where these materials came from, how they were extracted, when they were extracted, how they were stocked, how they were transported. So the blockchain technology is the only technology in the world that can give that precise information to the players. By this, so they develop a platform that is the Blue Hill mining platform, that is exactly to be an alternative, a fair alternative to the mining and raw materials world. All right, so they start with this idea, but then they move on, and then they fit in into the mining field really. So for this, they get 2 licenses in Mongolia. Why Mongolia? Mongolia is a country between 2 giants, Russia and China. And this country, it's proven a long time ago that there is a metal line that crosses this country. And so by this, the government of Mongolia, they divide this line in pieces, let's call it that way, and to give mining explorations, contracts. So Blue Hill Mining Project, associated with other players or with other partners, they went to Mongolia and they brought the 2 biggest lots in this line of metals, let's call that way, to do a mining exploration. This ground in Mongolia that belongs to Blue Hill Mining Project, it's absolutely huge. We are talking about more than 170 square kilometers. For those who don't have an idea, this is bigger than a big city. All right, so it's a huge ground, and so they started with the platform. Then they brought this mine, but now what happened? They need financial, right? They need financial, and for that, because they are doing everything in their project based on the blockchain technology, why not use the cryptocurrencies, because they also are based in the blockchain technology, to finance the project. Now, Blue Hill Mining Project, in fact, they need money to start all the operation in this huge ground. We're talking about many millions, right? So instead of going to the bank, instead of going to the normal, to the traditional market, they decided to tokenize this mine and put it out to sell to everyone. And for me, myself, I'm so thankful that Blue Hill Mining thought about this, because that gives me the opportunity to participate in this project. And that same opportunity can be taken by anyone in the world. All right. So in fact, for this, they develop also an institution that it calls Blue Hill Foundation. This is a Dutch foundation. That means it was created to be financing to be integrating in the project, and also to be a gateway to financing. And so they created this model that is the Blue Hill Foundation. So the Blue Hill Mining has a token that is the BHM, the Blue Hill Mining token, that is the STO. But to access to that token, first we have to go through Blue Hill Foundation. And that's the token we are offering you today, with all the advantages that I will explain to you before. So for you to understand, you are buying a token that belongs to Blue Hill Foundation, and Blue Hill Foundation is owner in 24% of this huge mine. And when you buy this token, you are acquiring for each token a little piece of that same mine. All right. So Mines commercializes the BHF tokens for the security of being linked to a real asset. Each BHF token is a co-owner of a percentage of the mine Blue Hill Mining. And also, there's another value associated to this project, that is the team that composes the Blue Hill Mining project. I know the CEO of this company, and I can tell you, I really admire this man, and I admire his capacity to keep moving on and to develop such a project. The team that composes this company, it's absolutely amazing. They have over 150 years together, 50 years experience in financial world, for example. They have 50 years together from mining, for example. So we have the best of the two things we need. We have the financial world inside this company, because including, for example, Erkut Becker, that is the CEO of Blue Hill Mining. He's an economist, and he's been working in the financial market for more than 40 years. So he's a very knowledgeable man about finances and about the financial world. But even so, he adopted this technology because he recognizes that this technology, it's in fact the future. So that's why he's using the blockchain technology all over this project with Blue Hill Mining. So when you buy the BHF token, in fact, you are participating in the Blue Hill Mining project. That is an STO that is going to be fully regulated in Switzerland and also in Liechtenstein. But even so, when you buy the BHF token, you already have the guarantee that you own a piece of this mine. All right? So just for let you know, the BFF tokens will be exchanged by the BHM tokens, the full regulated STO, when the STO of Blue Hill Mining is complete. So you have this smart contract between the two parts that gives you the guarantee that all the tokens you are buying today is going to be exchanged by the full regulated STO from BHM. Now, which are the Powermine benefits? So as I explained to you before, so Powermine is a product developed by GWE to sell these tokens, all right? So right now, the price of the BHF token is 14 cents, all right? It costs you 14 cents each token, but it can drop down to 12 cents. It all depends on the amount of tokens that you buy, that I will explain to you later. And so, for you to understand, so we are buying these tokens in an operation called pre-sell. So the STO is not started, it's going to start until the end of the year, predictably. And so, but right now, we are doing a pre-sell of this token, right? So that's why we are offering you an opportunity in price and also in time, because time will increase price. So right now, the BHF costs you between 12 and 14 cents. And I can tell you that we started this operation in December last year, so almost 1 year ago, 10 months ago. And the price, you could buy these same tokens in the beginning at 2.8 cents, right? Now it costs you 14 because the price of the token has been increasing month after month, and it will go increasing, all right? So today it's 14 cents, and you can buy them today at this price. So what's going to happen to this token? So the price of the BHM token, that is in the STO, in security token offering, as I explained to you before, it's a regulated financial operation. It will cost you between 14 and 45 cents. So right now it's on the minimum, it's 14, but it can go until 45. As I explained to you before, the token has been increasing in price month after month. So until then, until the STO, it could go to 45 cents, all right? So then, predictably, on the second quarter next year, the token, the STO, full regulated security token, will be listed on the market, all right? And the price already established as minimum is 45 cents. So what I'm telling you is this: You buy today at 14, and second quarter next year, you can sell them on the market for 45. All right, so you already have advantages. And just to remind you this, remember that I explained to you before that with the cryptocurrencies, uh, we come first. So first we go to average people, and then we go after the institutional money. All right, because the STO is reserved for qualified investors. So your opportunity to participate in this project with all these advantages is now with us, with GWE and Powermine. All right, so that is the big opportunity we are offering you today. So, but let's go to the end. What's going to happen after the second quarter next year that the token will be listed on the market? What is the end of the token? The end of the token is to be an asset, to give you profit. And for this company, this project already predicted and they already defined that they will buy back all the tokens to you. So all the tokens we are selling right now and all the tokens that will be sold during the STO, the company will buy them back. And each time the company goes to the market and buys these tokens, they're going to burn them. That means they're going to destroy them. It means that those tokens, once the company buys them, they don't go back to the market next day. All right, they will be destroyed. That means that every time the company goes there and buys tokens, what happens is the remaining ones, they get more valuation. And so this will be a process that it calls buyback plan. And until 2023, so 4 years from now, the maximum they will pay per token is $30. So that is the opportunity here is you buy the token today at 14 cents, but you can sell them after the second quarter next year. You can sell them for the price that is listed on the market, for the price the token is valued on the market, or you can wait until the end of this process in a 4 years time, and the company will pay you $30 per piece for each token. So you buy today at 14, and in 4 years maximum, you can have $30 for each. We are talking about hundreds of times of valuation in your investment, and only in 4 years. All right, and you may ask, okay, but I want to keep going on and participating in the process. You can't unless you go to the stock market in Toronto, in Canada. That's the only way you can keep going as a shareholder of this company after 2023. All right, so this is the opportunity we are bringing to you, and this is the benefits and advantages of Powermine. So now, Powermine, reminding you, it's a package, it's a product developed by GWE that is commercialized by Mice Network. All right, so we have another opportunity for you right now. So it's 2 in 1. The first one is the investment in the BHF tokens, that is with all the features and that I explained to you before. And another opportunity is to participate in the Powermine advantages. All right, so thanks to the strength of recommendation, with Mice, we get what? So you can do your own investment, buy your own packages of tokens, and also you can promote this and sell this to other persons. And for that, Mice Network has a plan for you. So what we do by using this model? We reduce the distribution cost by eliminating the advertising, digital marketing, and certain intermediaries. We also reach global person to person, all right? So it's much easier. What translates into an opportunity for all our misers. We call misers the persons who are connected in our community. So the misers, we have exclusive, since you can only have access by direct reference of another miser. And also to generate extra income thanks to the bonus plan created by Mice for its members. when recommending Powermine and creating his own team. All right, so that's the second opportunity that I'm going to show to you. So we have a compensation plan. We're going through this bonus very fast. But anyway, if you have any question, you can talk to the person who invites you to attend to this webinar, or to the person who is going to send you the video, because we are recording this webinar, and you can specify your questions about all of this. So the first bonus we have for you is direct sale. So each time you sell a package of Powermine, you're going to get 10% commission. Reminding that all the bonus that I'm going to present to you are paid directly to your Bitcoin wallet. So if you are a networker, if you already have used the recommendation system as a networker in another company, you may know that you work, then you collect your earnings in your back office, and then there's a certain time that you can request withdraw, and also you're going to pay a fee or a tax over that same withdrawal, and then you're going to have to wait some time to get your money, right? Just to make it very clear, in my network, all the bonuses payments from the compensation plan are paid automatically. So we don't have withdrawal function in our system. All right. So when you make a sale, every day the system will pay you without you requesting. Without your requesting, the system pays you directly to your Bitcoin wallet. So when you do registration, you have to place a Bitcoin address, and every time you get a bonus, the company will pay you directly with no fees or costs. Will pay you the commission. So for example, if you sell 1,000 euros package, you're going to get 100 euros commission straight, all right, without no fees or costs, and directly to your Bitcoin wallet. You don't have to request what is already yours by earning, effort, and work. All right, so direct sale 10%. Then from indirect sales, so when you put the first ones directed to you, those person will refer another one, and keeps going on. So from the second level, you're going to have a 0.5% commission. From the third level, 1%, fourth level, 1.5% commission, and from the fifth level, you're going to have 2% commission. So in this slide, we have direct sale and indirect sale. Now, we go into the binary bonus. So in this system, Mars Network, we have a binary system. That means that we have two sides, the left side and the right side. So you will build your team among these two sides. And so you will place persons on the left and persons on the right. And these persons on the left, they will refer other persons. And so this is your left team. And on the right side, it will happen the same. So the person you refer on the right will refer other ones, and this one's other ones. And so this is the right team. So every single day, and every time your teams on the left and on the right, they make sales, they will generate points. From these points, the system every day, every single day, will pick the smallest lag accumulated points in the system on that same day. For example, you have 5,000 points accumulated in the left leg, in the left leg, and you have 15,000 points accumulated generated on the right leg. So the system, sorry, paid you for the smallest leg. That means the left. And so you're going to have 10% of those points accumulated paid in euros. And so each point is €1. So if you have, for example, 5,000 points in one single day generated by you and your team, that means 10% of that from 5,000, it's 500, right? 500 points, €1 each. That means that one single day from this binary bonus, you're going to get €500 paid directly in that same day, directly to your Bitcoin wallet without needing request. All right, so that's the power of binary bonus for those who build a team. Now, we have another bonus that congratulates and rewards the team growing. So it's the matching bonus. So you can earn up to 25% according to the qualified range. And I'll explain to you what that means. You can receive the equivalent of 5% of the binary bonus of your personal referrals, and those referrals successively by them up to the 5 levels. All right, what that means? It means that we have a career plan in our compensation plan, in our business model. And so with this career plan, with a certain volume of point generated or sales by you and your team, you can achieve ranks. And when you achieve the first rank, for example, you're going to have this bonus. You're going to have 5% commission over the binary bonus that your team on the first level gets. You're going to get a commission of that. And then the team keeps going, and you generate more points, you and your team, and then you get the second rank position. With this, you're going to have 5% more from the bonus binary of your second level, and therefore until the 5th level. All right. So this is this is to gratify team leaders that build a team, and that team keeps growing. So your profits and your bonus will growing with you. All right. So this is matching bonus. Now, the career plan bonus, as I told you before, when you reach new ranks in the career plan, you can win Powermine packages, for example, incentive trips, Apple products, cars, and any others. So this will be a specific, and but for start right now, all you have to do is to buy a package, participate in the project, and then start to build a team, and the prizes, they will come for sure. All right. So let's go now to the last slide today. That is for you to get to know the Powermine packages. We only have 3. As I told you, Powermine, it's to sell the tokens, and we do it by packages. We have 3, the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced. This package, they cost you a certain amount in euros, but they have a certain amount also of tokens. All right, so let's talk about the beginner. Before this, let me tell you that the only currency we use in GWE and Mice Network is Bitcoin. So all your bonuses you're gonna receive in Bitcoin, but also the products are paid in Bitcoin. But the prices, because we are an European company, and according by the law, we have to show the prices in the European currency, let's call it that way. So the prices here are in euros. So the beginner will cost you 247 euros paid in Bitcoin, and with this you are buying 1,973 tokens. All right, because it's a small investment, it is, but for some people this is quite a good money, but in fact, for a European level, this is a low investment. And so there is no extras. So at the end, what you're going to get is exactly that, 1,973 tokens. That means that each token is going to cost you 14 cents of dollar. All right. Now we have the second one. It costs you 997 euros paid in Bitcoin. With this, you are buying 7,966 tokens, but because it's a higher investment, you're going to have an extra percentage of tokens. That means 7.7% extra, equivalent to 613 tokens, giving you, with this package, a grand total of 8,579 tokens. By this, because of this 7.7% extra, the price of the token in this pack drops down to 13 cents of dollar. And then we have the big one, it's the advanced. It will cost you 4,997 euros paid in Bitcoin, And with this, you are buying 39,929 tokens, but because it's a higher package, you're going to have a percentage extra of tokens. That means 16.7% extra. That gives you more, 6,655 tokens, and a grand total of 46,584 tokens. That means that each token is going to cost you 12 cents of dollar. All right, so this is the price of the packages. We only have this three, but let me tell you something else. You can buy them in your same registration, your same account. There is no limit on the number of packets you can acquire, and you can mix them. For example, giving you an example, you want to spend, for example, 7,500 euros. All right, so you can have a 4,997, two 997, and two 247. That will give you roughly 7,500 euros. All right, so it all depends on the amount you want to spend and to invest, and with this you can choose the package according to the investment you want to do, and there is no limit. All right, on number of package you can have. Sorry, there is a limit. The limit right now is we only have 6 million tokens available. So if one of you buys these 6 million tokens at once, there will be no more tokens for the rest of the people. All right, so in fact there is a limit of 6 million tokens because it's the number of tokens available right now for Powermine packages. Okay, so guys, just do some math. Imagine that for example 1.5 years from now the token will be already listed on the market, and the buyback plan already start, and the liquidity system from the company, it starts already. And imagine that the token raises to $1. Let's just do this simulation. $1. So you are buying it today between 12 or 14, and imagine 1.5 years from now, 18 months, it worth it $1. So for example, if you have invested today in a beginner, it's 247 euros, roughly $275. And at $1 each, you're going to have $1,973, right? And for example, if you invest in advances, in advanced package, today you spend 4,000, roughly $5,400, and you're going to have $46,584 at $1 each token. Now, play with the numbers, play with math. Do this by 30. Multiply these tokens in the packages by $30 each. All right? We are talking about millions on the advanced package, for example. All right? So think about this. And you may think, why? But this is too much to be truth. No, it's not. What happened is this: why the company is paying, is already telling you how much they're going to pay you per token at limit, because they need our money right now. They need us to start the project. They already started, because with Powermine, as I told you, we start last December, and so far we already reached over the soft cap. The soft cap is the minimum amount of sales enough to guarantee the project, right? To guarantee the operation. We already are over with Powermine packages, with GWE partnership. Blue Hill Mining is already over the soft cap. That means that the project is already moving on. That's why when I was showing you the valuation of the token, I told you that the token, it might be increasing on the price even when it's listed on the exchange. It might be over 45 cents. All right. So guys, thank you so much. I took a little bit long in this presentation, but I think it was good. I hope I'm here also to listen to your, or at least read your opinion. So Guys, thank you so much for being out there. For me, it was a pleasure to do this presentation again to all of you. And we'll be back next Wednesday. All right. So we'll be back next Wednesday. I'm going to stop recording right now. And so see you next week. Thank you so much. Thank you.